What's up, Broncos Country? You won't believe what just happened with the Denver Broncos. This completely changes the game in the NFL, and nobody saw it coming. Today, I'm going to reveal this giant gift that fell into the Broncos' lap. And no, it's not about the draft or free agency. It's something much bigger, much more valuable, and it's going to change the destiny of our season. And there's a bombshell detail involving the Kansas City Chiefs that's going to leave you jaw-dropped. Stick with me until the end, because this story has twists you need to know. You know how it is, right? We wake up on any given day in December expecting another regular day of Denver Broncos news, checking the latest updates on Bo Nix, maybe watching some highlights of the defense massacring opponents, and suddenly, boom! A piece of news drops in our lap that seems like an early Christmas present. And I'm not talking about free agency rumors or some contract extension. I'm talking about something that literally fell from the sky. A gift wrapped with a golden bow that has Denver Broncos written in bold letters. The Kansas City Chiefs, our dear division rivals, those guys who tormented us for years and years, just handed us on a silver platter the juiciest opportunity of the season. And look, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to explain exactly why this gift is worth more than any draft pick, more than any trade, more than anything you can imagine. Patrick Mahomes, yes, that Patrick Mahomes, tore his anterior cruciate ligament, and it wasn't on just any play. It was in a decisive game, and now the Chiefs are completely short-handed. But hold on, because the story gets even better. According to ESPN insiders and analysts across the entire NFL, the Chiefs won't have Mahomes back anytime soon. We're talking about an injury that takes a quarterback out of the game for at least 9 months. And you know what that means? It means the Denver Broncos, with our young and promising Bo Nix leading the offense, have the AFC West division free to dominate. I know you must be thinking, but what about the other teams in the division? What about the Chargers? What about the Raiders? Relax. We'll get there. But first, let me tell you the juicy details of this whole story. You remember when everyone said the Chiefs were going to dominate the AFC West for another decade? That Patrick Mahomes was unstoppable? That Travis Kelce still had gas in the tank? Well, my friend, reality knocked on the Chiefs' door with the force of a Nick Bonito tackle. And look, I talk to people on the inside, people who breathe Kansas City Chiefs every day, and what they told me was heartbreaking. For them, of course, not for us. The situation there in Kansas City is so bad that even the most fanatical fans are starting to accept that this season is over. Like, really over. The Chiefs are going to take the field on Christmas Day. That game that was supposed to be epic, that matchup the entire NFL was waiting for, with Chris Oladokun at the helm. And before you ask, who the hell is this guy? Let me tell you, nobody knows who this guy is. He was on the practice squad. The practice squad! And now he's going to face the #1 defense in the league, our Denver Broncos defense, with Nick Bonito hunting quarterbacks like there's no tomorrow. But it doesn't stop there. The Chiefs' offensive line lost 3 of 5 starters. That's right, 3. Josh Simmons? Out. Joe Taylor? Out. Trey Smith is dealing with back problems and an ankle sprain. The situation is so desperate that Chiefs fans themselves are rooting for us to sweep their team just so they can get a better draft pick. And Travis Kelce? Oh, Travis Kelce. According to sources close to the team, this might be his last game at Arrowhead Stadium. 36 years old, no guaranteed contract for next year, and everyone with that farewell tour look. It's like watching the end of an era in slow motion. ESPN analysts are already calling this situation a historic collapse. And look, I don't like to kick a dead dog, but when the dog spent years biting us, well, you understand. Now let's talk about what really matters, the Denver Broncos and this wonderful gift called opportunity. Bo Nix is having a rookie season that makes any Broncos Country fan get goosebumps. The kid arrived questioned, doubted, with people saying he didn't have the arm, didn't have processing speed, was going to be a bust. And what did he do? Shut everyone up. The Denver Broncos defense is playing at an elite level. Nick Bonito, who, by the way, just got selected for the Pro Bowl, is hunting quarterbacks like it's the last day of hunting season. 6 players from our team went to the Pro Bowl this year. 6, and 4 of them were extensions signed in the last 2 seasons with absurd discounts. While the Chiefs are dealing with a cheapskate owner who won't even pay for his own new stadium, let the Kansas taxpayers pay, right? The Broncos have an owner who's not afraid to open his wallet, and that makes all the difference. Cortland Sutton? Still here. Riley Moss. Playing at a high level. The offensive line? Protecting Bo Nix like he's made of gold. And guess what? He is made of gold for us. And look, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if Mahomes comes back quickly? What if the Chiefs recover? Let me tell you something. An ACL injury is no joke. RG3, who suffered the same injury, already warned that the best advice he can give Mahomes is to stay out the entire year. Carson Wentz suffered the same injury a week earlier and was never the same again. The window is wide open, my friends, and the Denver Broncos are ready to go through it with everything. So let's get to the concrete facts of what's coming on Christmas Day. The Broncos are going to face a completely dismantled Chiefs team. No Patrick Mahomes, no half of the starting offensive line, no main cornerbacks, no main linebackers. Rashid Rice? Out. Taquan Thornton? Out. It's literally the Chiefs' C team, and I'm not exaggerating. Even Kansas City fans themselves are calling it the C team. Sean Payton is going to enter this game wanting to make a statement. And look, the guy is known for having no mercy when he sees blood in the water. Remember when he coached the Saints? The guy would run up the score even when he was already winning by a landslide. Now imagine what he's going to do with this completely vulnerable Chiefs team. The expectation? Some analysts are predicting a historic beatdown. We're talking about a score like 38-14. And look, considering the Chiefs took a beating from the Tennessee Titans last week, and the Titans, guys, that says everything about Kansas City's current state. The Broncos haven't beaten the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium since 2015. Since 2015! Almost a decade of suffering, games lost at the last second, questionable referee decisions, Patrick Mahomes doing magic. But now the magic is over. And you know what's craziest? This game might be Travis Kelce's last at Arrowhead. Imagine the scene. The most iconic tight end in Chiefs history saying goodbye to the fans while taking a beating from the Denver Broncos. It's poetic. It's justice. It's beautiful. But let's think beyond this Christmas game, because the gift the Broncos received isn't just about one victory. It's about the entire future of the division. With Mahomes out indefinitely, with the Chiefs having to rebuild practically the entire team, they're way over the salary cap and will have to release important players like Jawan Taylor. With Travis Kelce possibly retiring, the AFC West is completely open. And who's better positioned to dominate? The Broncos. Bo Nix is just getting started. The kid is 23 years old and is already showing he can be a true franchise quarterback. The defense is young, with key pieces under contract for years. Nick Bonito will haunt quarterbacks for the next entire decade. Riley Moss is developing into an elite cornerback. The Chargers? Please. Justin Herbert is good, but that team can never stay healthy. The Raiders? I won't even comment. And the Chiefs? Well, they'll be busy trying to figure out how to pay for a $3 billion stadium and still build a competitive team. According to league sources, the Chiefs are going to need to make painful decisions in the offseason. Trent McDuffie might be traded. George Karlaftis didn't have a good season. Chris Jones is aging. And without Mahomes at his peak, that team will expose all the weaknesses that were hidden under the quarterback's genius. Meanwhile, the Broncos are building something special, something sustainable, something that can last for years. And look, since we're talking about the Chiefs, let me tell you some behind-the-scenes stuff that will make you understand the size of the mess that's happening in Kansas City. The Chiefs are moving to the Kansas side of the metro area. And this might seem like a small thing, but it's causing a revolt among Missouri fans. People who rooted for the team for decades are abandoning ship because the team is going to play literally on the other side of the state line. And you know who's going to pay for this new $3 billion stadium? Taxpayers. That's right. Clark Hunt, who is a billionaire, is only going to pay 30% of the cost, while the people of Kansas will foot the rest of the bill. And the worst part? The Hunts won't even own the stadium. It's the kind of decision that shows exactly the character of the organization. While the Broncos have an owner who's investing his own money in a state-of-the-art new stadium, paying out of his own pocket, the Chiefs are basically stealing public money. And there's more. A Chiefs employee who works in game day operations almost died recently when a steel beam from one of the parade floats came loose and hit him in the abdomen during a pre-game ceremony. The guy was literally lifted into the air and thrown to the sideline, had to go to the hospital. And you know how many Chiefs players came to see if he was okay? 0. Not even Travis Kelce, who certainly saw everything, lifted a finger to help. That tells you everything about the culture of that team. Everything about how they treat people, everything about what really matters there. So let's recap this giant gift the Broncos received. Patrick Mahomes out indefinitely, possibly until Halloween 2025. Travis Kelce probably retiring. Chiefs completely short-handed and having to dismantle the roster because of the salary cap. A practically guaranteed victory on Christmas Day, breaking a nearly decade-long drought at Arrowhead Stadium. The AFC West completely open for Broncos dominance in the coming years, Bo Nix having the chance to cement his legacy as the guy who knocked the Chiefs off the top. It's like all the stars aligned perfectly, like the universe finally decided it's our turn. And look, I know some of you might be thinking it's too early to celebrate, that there's still a lot of work ahead, that we can't underestimate the Chiefs even when they're short-handed. And you're right. But that doesn't change the fact that the opportunity is there, in front of us, ready to be seized. Sean Payton knows this. The players know this. The entire organization knows this. And now you know this too. Remember 2015, the last time we beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead? Peyton Manning was still in command. That historic Super Bowl 50 defense was at its peak. Von Miller was hunting quarterbacks like a predator in the savannah. Since then, it's been 9 years of suffering. 9 years watching Patrick Mahomes do magic. 9 years of what if. 9 years of almost there. 9 years of accumulated frustration. But all of that is about to change. And it's not just about winning one game. It's about taking back what's ours. It's about showing the entire world that the Denver Broncos isn't just history. We're the future. Bo Nix versus Chris Oladokun. Our #1 defense in the league against a backup offensive line. Nick Bonito with a sack bonus against a quarterback nobody knows. It's like Mike Tyson in his prime against some guy from the neighborhood gym. And the most beautiful part of it all? After this game, when the Broncos dominate, when we show the world we're back, the conversation about the AFC West will change completely. It won't be, when will the Chiefs win the Super Bowl again, anymore. It'll be, can the Broncos dominate the next decade? So here's the giant gift the Denver Broncos just received. The golden opportunity to dominate the division, destroy our historic rival when they're most vulnerable, and cement Bo Nix as the future of the franchise. But there's one more thing I haven't told you yet. Something about the Broncos' offseason plans that's going to blow your mind. Something involving a specific free agent who could completely transform our offense. But that's a topic for the next video. Now answer me something. Do you really believe the Chiefs are going to recover from this? Or is the golden era of the Broncos just beginning? Subscribe to the channel now, because I'm going to bring you all the details of the beatdown we're going to deliver on Christmas, complete game analysis, and much more. Comment down below what you think the final score will be. And share this video with every Broncos fan you know, because this news is too big to keep just between us. Christmas came early for Broncos Country. And the best part? The gift is going to keep on giving. And as always, go Broncos.